Welcome to Grand Prairie Update. I'm Don Johnson.
And I'm Terry Briggs. Here's what's happening in your city. It's that time again in Grand Prairie, where workers are busy getting Lynn Creek Park ready for the 2019 edition of Prairie Lights. When their work is done, the award-winning Holiday Light Spectacular that features more than 4 million lights will be waiting to greet vehicles and visitors along the shoreline of Joe Pool Lake. And as always, there will also be the Holiday Village out-of-car experience, offering carnival rides and a walk through lighted forest outside, and a giant temperature-controlled tent with concessions, an all-new choreographed theater light show, and the chance to get a pic with Old St. Nick inside. Officials also promise plenty of other guest-friendly features too, right down to the new pricing plan that includes the return of the very popular Fast Pass option.
This year we have moved to single-tiered pricing, so basically there's no more prime and non-prime pricing every single day, whether it's Christmas Eve or December 5th. It's a standard pricing, single-tiered pricing every single day. To avoid the long lines and the crazy traffic, there's an option to purchase fast passes online a day in advance at least, and that's also single-tiered pricing this year. Something that is different with that this year is that the first 2 weeks of December, from Monday through Thursday, it won't be open, but every other day people will be able to get on and purchase those tickets to be able to get through that line a little quicker and avoid the really long lines at the general admission gate.
Prairie Lights 2019 opens on Thanksgiving night and continues 7 days a week through New Year's Eve. The cost is $45 per car every night. There are also rates for buses, limos, and the Fast Pass. For tickets and information, please visit prairielights.org.
America is saluting the men and women of the military on this Veterans Day. In Grand Prairie, the ceremonies honor the 56 hometown heroes who died defending their country and the courage of those who still answer the call to duty.
Our veterans have come from ordinary lives, yet have etched their name in history. They chose this profession as a vocation and a calling, with satisfaction as their true reward. They are the true treasure that a family provides her nation, and I've not met a more powerful force.
November 11th was originally set aside to remember the end of World War I. Congress changed it to a day we honor veterans of all wars.
A sun-drenched November Saturday morning in Grand Prairie provided the perfect setting for some much-needed TLC at one of the city's most historic and cherished lots of land.
Our Vernoy Cemetery is historic in Grand Prairie, and so we are excited to be a part of history today.
For the second time this year, the people from Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful were joined by volunteers to stage a massive cleanup at the Vernoy Cemetery, one of Grand Prairie's oldest known burial grounds, located right in the heart of the Coronado Forest neighborhood on the city's south side. The 1-acre cemetery was named after Thomas Vernoy, one of Grand Prairie's original settlers, who donated the land to serve as a cemetery before the city was even incorporated in the late 1800s.
Born 1904.
The stones date from 1895 to 1925, and members of 12 different families are buried there, while evidence of other unmarked graves also remains.
6 years ago, I was just doing a personal photography project. I wanted to find different historical markers and historical cemeteries in Grand Prairie, so I just went online and did Google searches. I found out about the Vernoy Cemetery. I kind of looked it up on Google Maps. It was a little bit difficult to find, so once I actually found it, I came out to take some pictures, but I noticed that the weeds were very overgrown. They were tall enough to where they were covering all of the headstones. I saw that it really just needed some care.
6 years later, thanks to her efforts in cooperation with Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful, it has become a permanent part of KGPB's Adopt a Cemetery campaign, which now does cleanups here twice a year and welcomes anyone who wants to help them restore or maintain the beauty and dignity of places like this.
Well, one, to be with my daughter. She likes to volunteer, and so do I. And what better than to come and pay respect to those that have gone before us and keep Grand Prairie beautiful. You know, so it's where we live. Why not?
If you would like to learn more about Adopt a Cemetery or any other Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful programs, visit kgpb.org or call 972-237-8152.
That's it for this edition of Grand Prairie Update.
Hope you'll join us again next time.